Hello everyone and welcome to your weekly RuneScape Byte for Monday, March 5th, 2018. This week, deep sea fishing has arrived and it requires level 68 fishing as promised, and this is also the level that you need to get into the fishing guild, so that's an interesting combination right there. So to access deep sea fishing, you head directly to the fishing guild, which is north of Ardoyan, and talk to Guma. Guma is inside the fishing guild directly south of the bank. There's a variety of playstyles available with deep sea fishing, so let's have a look at these. So let's start off talking about the new fish here. As with any fishing update, new fish, of course, arrive with this. So, first off are stackable minnows, which heal 100 life points and require level 68 fishing, and can also be used for bait, but more on this in just a little bit. Jellyfish are also here, and they come in a green and blue variety that heal 1,500 and 3,000 total life points. These fish are unique because they take 3 bites to eat, and they do not drain adrenaline when you eat them. They require fishing levels 68 and 91, respectively. These fish have already received high acclaim from many in the PVM community, and I'm sure we'll be spending more time talking about that on this week's episode of RSBANDB Update. Sailfish are also here, and they're at the top, requiring level 97 fishing. Sailfish can be caught in swift, regular, or calm fishing spots. The swift spots will catch faster, but will disappear much more quickly. Regular spots last longer, but offer a lower catch rate. Calm spots are rare in that they last longer and have a decent catch rate. These can be found on the northeast end of the deep-sea fishing area. Sailfish can also be boiled down into sailfish soup, healing 2,600 life points maximum and boosting life points by 15%. You use spices from your player-owned board in the same way that you make rocktail soup. Now, also with this update comes the much-acclaimed Fishing Frenzy fishing option. This is the long-promised high-intensity, high-XP fishing method that we were shown at RuneFest, and when playing it, it kind of behaves like whack-a-mole. It's finally here. We'll have more discussion on it regarding actual XP rates on this week's episode of the podcast, what it can do for invention, and if it will finally knock the waterfall off the top of the fishing tier on the XP charts. Swarm fishing is also here, and this is a laid-back fishing method that requires you to head south on the platform to find the swarm net. This spot can be used anyone who has access to the deep-sea fishing area, and fish received here will be influenced by your fishing level in the same way that the ZMI runecrafting altar gives you a variety of runes based on your runecrafting level. There's also magical fishing spots that appear all throughout the area. These can be used to catch manta rays, sea turtles, or great white sharks. Bait is required for these spots, and you make the bait by using the stackable minnows that you can catch at level 68 fishing. There are also some random events that can appear in the deep-sea fishing area, such as the whirlpool, a traveling merchant, and some deep-sea encounters, which include a sea monster, the jellyfish invasion, or a whale. We'll have more discussion on the exact mechanics of deep-sea fishing on this week's episode of RSBANDB Update. Now on to the patch notes for this week. A warning confirmation message now appears when players start crafting elite Robin Hood equipment and limitless stabs, explaining to them that the items will become untradeable. The click area for players who have turned into trees using a ring of trees is now smaller. The tower puzzle check button now recognizes completed puzzles in all instances. And Tower Puzzle's check button now correctly handles various inventory and puzzle states, so there's some interesting glitches, I'm guessing, that were happening on the side of Tower Puzzles. The Augmented Staff and Limitless Steam Staff now provides fire and water rune energy, and not earth and water energy. Clicking on the currently selected Bank tab now scrolls the player back to the top of that tab, and the Options menu has been rearranged for a wider view. Feedback buttons were added, enabling players to rate their current session and improving how we judge the success of our updates. The Quick Save Loadout drop-down menu has been removed from the Options menu and instead can be accessed via the Edit Layout menu. The Logout from Facebook option for those using Facebook single sign-in has been removed as it was not working correctly. The Edit Mode button is now called Edit Layout Mode, and the Logout button in the top right-hand corner of the minimap now takes the players to the Options menu rather than a confirmation screen. That's it for your weekly RuneScape Byte for Monday, March 5th, 2018. If this video was at all useful to you, like or subscribe. Also, just as a reminder, RSBANDB Update is also posted to this YouTube channel at the end of the week, so you can also subscribe for that. If you want to play with us in-game, join Friends Chat BitsBytes. We'll see you this week for another episode of RSBANDB Update.